What up? What up? What up? It's your boy at Big Game James _ Make sure get the microphone right. I feel like every time I do something, I want to do the intro to Victory, Puffy and Big.
Oh,
even though I know y'all aren't gonna make me stop listening. The Puffy was a big part of my life, so like, I'm sorry. He did.
He was the worst part on every song.
Yes, but they were really good songs still.
Yeah, you just skip this part. Like, if Hate Me Now didn't have Diddy on it, it would be the best song.
Yeah, you remember? He's always in controversy. Remember him and Nas was beefing about that.
Yeah, he didn't want to be on the cross.
But he put himself on the fucking cross, man.
Yeah, you should have never shot
Like, why did you
shot.
do that? Like,
Yeah,
and you can't
never
blame.
hit the
Like,
editing
now
room.
you can say that wasn't me. That was AI. You couldn't say that then.
Yeah, that was a fire song. I forgot about
It
it.
was.
You know?
It's so crazy.
It was a great, crazy beat.
But he's
Nas
just a
bag on
producer.
that one.
Remember, he's not a writer. He's not a
That means somebody had to write those rhymes. Jada, if you hate him, hate Jadakiss.
Yeah, someone wrote.
Jadakiss wrote his rhymes. And 50.
But you can't hate Jadakiss.
You can't hate Kiss.
You just can't.
I just don't like that he grew up in such a nice way.
Well, there are some nice, rich people who are just menaces.
Yeah, but like, be that. Like, I don't want to feel like we both eating ramen because we ain't got no food to eat, to find out that you have a chef.
I think Styles P wasn't the same, but yeah.
I think they all went to. I think Styles was like the poor kid that went to the school.
Yeah.
Like, they were all like, no. Wait a
Or
minute.
Chic.
Sheik was the poor kid, and it makes sense when you really
Yeah.
listen to Sheik rap. Like, Sheik isn't educated.
He's the least creative.
He's like, just I'm gonna I want to fight you because I'm 230, 6'2". Me versus you is like a cat versus a pit bull. Like, just everybody else is like cerebral.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like I'm like the Dow Jones of rap. My stocks is high, and it never was all love. So stop the lies, motherfuckers will blow your brains out and watch you bleed. The same twos that you trust, let them watch you see. I'm just,
I always thought about Mike's Mafia rap.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, man, dog, like,
Yeah, so clean.
I'm sorry, man. He was really good. It hurt me. That I would never. Sheik was the Tony Yayo.
Yeah, he was the
But
Tony
no,
Yayo.
yeah, he was the happy to be there guy. He was the happy to be there because Tony Yayo was just happy to be there. Like, listen to the Tony Yayo talk is like what I want, what I aspired for. All hood dudes, all gangsters that was just soldiers. Like, he just happy to be alive, man. That's what I want to aspire. Like, I don't want to be that, but like, he's like, 50 ain't got to give me nothing. 50 showed me the world. Like everybody else is like, 50 owe me this, 50 owe me that. He's like, man, I wasn't doing shit. he's like, I'd be dead. Like, just a real, like, Yayo is the guy who's not caught up in main. He can be a main character. Like, he would Marvel movies, like how all the Marvel comics, they got like, dude, you got Spider-Man, or you got like the Avengers, but they have a whole comic book spinoff of the people who have to clean up the Avengers mess. That's what Tony Yayo is. He's cool with his role, but like, he could literally have a comic book or something, like, because his life is cool. He's living his best life now. Yeah, so everybody should have a Yayo. Or if you're a Yayo, be the best Yayo you can be.
I think, yeah, Yayo's living fine.
Wait a minute. Somebody said what? Jeffrey Bell. We'll get into. We have actually, I can't get my phone keep restarting. Let's just give people a table of contents of what we're supposed to talk about, and then we'll try to get into that thing right now. Because I do want to talk about Go-Go and Brendan Marion and all of this other stuff.
We may have to do that from now on.
Yeah, so first, we're starting off with college football. So just talk a little bit about, or just college in general, talking about some of the things that happened with FSU recently this past week, and recap the women's basketball and men's basketball games. Talk about Bryce Underwood, Cam Ward gifting some of the players some chains, and a little college football coach who's the most impressive so far. Then we're going to transition to the NFL, talking about the game last night, and just get into some records and talk about Cam Newton, about his reaction to not getting invited to Germany against the Giants, and he felt some type of way about that. Then we're going to talk a transition to basketball, talk about LeBron breaking another record, Victor Wembanyama adding to his resume, and Jared McCain actually. And then we're going to start and then we're going to finish the show with the Mike Tyson stuff. So his the slap on Jake Paul and his interview with the girl, Jasmine, I think is her name, in Jasmine's World, and talk about the Mellow Stevie Wonder video.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much all we got today. So first things first, we're gonna have to talk about this. So we mentioned it on Wednesday's show, but it's technically official now. So
Tramell? Yeah, wild stuff, man. Y'all want the real, like, not the real, like this, it's like world. That's a good point. There is a way to do it. I just don't know how to do it. I've seen Brent Martineau and them do it. Like, get a little screen that we could just like go down the topics, like how Around the Horn and all the, and what's the with the two old Mike Wilbon and the old white Tony Kornheiser, PCI. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how. We got to figure that out. But so Tramell. First and foremost, let's start off like this, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Anybody, like, I got quote tweeted, everything's not drama. Like, everything that happens isn't an issue. Like, it's not, you don't have to manufacture drama. Cross-eyed Z, and all the 247 bitches, like, yeah, y'all some bitches, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, some hoes. Y'all be scaring, and I was talking to some cats in Florida State. Y'all be scaring the hoes, man. That's the real thing, is some of y'all beat writers be scaring the hoes. So what I mean by that is I put out something like it was like maybe it was May or June, right? And boy, the day first they went and quote tweeted this as soon as Tramell's decommitment came up. Just they quote tweeted something that I posted before Florida State went 1-9. Like, I got news for anybody who, like, you can predict anything, but nobody predicted Florida State going 1-9.
True.
Like, you want to know the real, like, it's hard. What do you, like, and this isn't me bashing my guys. I talked to Florida State yesterday. Was it yet? Yeah. Was it yesterday I talked to them? Yeah, yesterday. I let the day go by. But my brothers in Christ, 1-9 is the reason why a lot of this shit is happening. And it's not just 1-9, right? There's only one school in the NCAA right now who has lost every game, right? I believe it's Tulsa. You know how many points Tulsa has scored on the season? 143 points. You know how many points Florida State has scored on the season? 133 points. My bad. Thank you, Luke. It's a black dude, and that makes me sad. It's not saying it's a graphic. I gotta find it. They got like the black dude, and they got Mike Norvell in there. Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, my bad. You're right. This is it. It says, I don't know if y'all could see that very well, but that's the graphic right there. It's Kent State 0-10 is the only winless team in college football. They have outscored Florida State 143-33. I mean, to 133. Florida State averages 13 points a game. And you play quarterback. And you see the offensive coordinator is fired, O-line coach. You see a bunch of other rumors. You see a bunch of different things. And that's how. That's why. Like, there's no secret gumbo or sauce. Like, there's no like. Like the guy went 1-9. He's like, then somebody asked me, is Florida better? And I'm like, nah, but it's like this. Recruiting is like dating and hollering at a chick, right? On both sides. If your only options are, and this isn't saying fat girls don't need, they're cute fat girls. I love Lizzo. Lizzo's dope. But it's like you got a fat girl that's ugly and cross-eyed, right? And you got a fat girl that's ugly, but she got a big booty. And you like big booties. Those are your only two options. Why go with the one that feels a little bit better, right? And what Florida does have, and I've consistently said it, is they're doing a better job, just like Miami, one band, one sound. The fans are the fans. Fans are fans. I don't really argue with that. Fan is short for fanatic. But when you look at their beat and you look at their stuff, the main guys, not the alternative stuff, what we would call the reputables, they're kind of like, we're going to get this guy. We're going to get this guy. Mind you, Florida is supposed to be hiring an offensive coordinator and firing their offensive line coach. Mind you, Tramell isn't the only one that's been flirting with other schools. He's just the only one that y'all been writing about. And mind you, there is absolutely nothing fucking wrong with doing that. You got actually one of the coldest bars I heard yesterday. Because unlike those guys, we were talking about things that went wrong that could actually go better in the future and things that we could do to make it better, right? I'm going to use this in life. This is a quote I'm going to use in life. The minute that you start having to play defense in your relationship is the minute that you lost that relationship. Meaning that in life, in relationships, and other stuff, like if you got to start, like if your girl start looking at other people and start looking at what her girlfriends got and what she ain't got and how you gonna go out and get them, like, and she's not using context, you're playing defense now. You have to prove. When I have to start proving my love to you, that's kind of fucked up. So what I should do is when she does raise serious concerns, I gotta find out what those concerns are. I gotta play offense, right? But if I'm playing offense to the best of my ability and I know that and I feel like I'm that proud guy that has options, then I got to start exercising options. And what I always told people is we've always been recruiting people. And so they say, Yanni, was Yanni not on you wasn't on the broadcast? We talked about a lot of shit. This is the problem. Like we talk about so much shit on the show that like I predicted Carter Smith's coming to Florida State. Anybody in the comments and anybody who's listening, do y'all remember why I said Carter's coming to Florida State? Hey man, Carter like him. You see this? You see this sweatshirt I'm wearing? No, I'm just mucking. If you see this sweatshirt that I'm wearing, like this is why Carter want to come to Florida State. A gymnast too? Man, oh man. I want my son to marry. Not the little, but his is a small one, right? I want him to marry the ones that like do all the flips, like a more like a 5'8" one. Them gymnasts that be thick. No, they don't be tall. But no, like I'm saying, he got one. But there's some ones that'll be that are like 5'6", that are a little taller. I've seen them with like when my baby boy goes to do gymnastics and obviously like he's pretty decent at it. Man, it's ones back there though that's like some Amazons, man. Like they out there, there was some yams back there. It was like it's distracting because what's really distracting is where he goes to do his gymnastics is my old gym. So like I used to like before he was even thought about, all this was dad's. And then we moved locations. And then I was in there. I was like, man, I don't know. And then the problem with all gymnasts, they all built like they're young. So like but you don't know how young they are because even the older ones dress like girls, like little girls for some reason. The little bows and the makeup and all that other shit. And you just like, damn, that girl over there got the yams. And you just keep it moving. But like Carter like a black man. But Carter's good. Carter has so he's broke some Palm Beach County records. If you're looking at pure stats, I don't know enough about him. I would have to go watch some film, but I'm okay with swapping a 4-star with a 4-star. In particular, Tramell, Tramell's coming off of an injury, but he's going to be fine. If he goes to UF, but UF where this is probably where he's going, I'm still a Tramell Jones fan. Love Tramell. It was wild though, man. They said the FaceTime. They said my guy Mike wasn't happy at all. Like he didn't cuss him out. He didn't cuss him out. But so I got I'm like, shit, he shouldn't be happy. And that was another question. So when you lose somebody like this and you don't feel it, then you weren't treating it like a relationship. It should hurt if you lose a prospect. They say Mike had a cold one. I don't know if it was a Coors or if it was a Bud Light, but so and the best thing about it is Tramell did FaceTime. So that's why he was able to see it. And he was just like, I like Bring Carter Chocolate better. Bring Chocolate Carter.
Nah. Carter Chocolate.
No, it's got to be something that embodies the fact that he likes chocolate. And we got him here. But like, I don't want to, he already got chocolate.
More chocolate?
More chocolate? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, 1 and 9 is hard. 1 and 9 is really hard to sell. And so like when we get all of this righteous anger and shit, like it's tough, man. It's tough. How dare you not honor your commitments? Bitch, we won at fucking 9, brother. Like, at this point, I'm hot. Here's what I do know. Anybody who chooses to come to Florida State at this moment right now really wants to be at Florida State.
True.
And that's, swirl. Bring the swirl home. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing we're getting. I don't know.
It's getting weird, man.
It's getting weird. Yeah. It's double chocolate Carter. Double Carter's chocolate. I don't know. But if Carter commits, we got a wide receiver commit potentially coming too. I like the kid. Actually, what if we took Carter, right? And we took Boggs, who's from Cocoa, aka Chocolate City. And we say, bring the chocolate home, or chocolate to Tally.
There's layers to it.
It's because there may be a good opportunity, good news that we may have a 4-star wide receiver. That'd be a high, be something. But all in all, I think Carter's going to be fine. Somebody said, James, you always say we're going to be fine. I'm like, what the fuck you want me to say? I do it for me sometimes. Some of the tweets is for me. I mean, Bird, they're going to get paid. They're getting paid. They're getting paid good. But like, it's just, again, but still, if you can get paid well and have a mansion, like a new mansion, one of the cool ones, or you can get paid and go pay good and stay in a haunted house, which one are you going to stay in?
I wish I was on the FaceTime.
I would have loved to have been on the FaceTime.
A little bit. I feel so.
I would have just listened, dog.
I've been crying.
I mean, I mean, I need him to be mad. We'll get it fixed, or we won't. And there'll be another coach. The problem is we haven't had bad times for that long to even know what real bad times are. It just really stinks being in them. And when everybody else seems to be flourishing, which they're not. Miami's flourishing. Miami is. But shit, Miami's got 4 games left, I think. No, they had a bye week this week. Miami's got 3 games in which they have to play flawless in order for them to make it in the playoffs. And this is the best team that they've had in the last 20 years. But, and I'm not knocking against that. I also went down there. I talked to my dog Derek. He's doing well. D-Nick. But everybody's talking about, like, so who do we get? Who does Florida State go? Where do we go from here with the Tramell thing? If you guys have any questions that I can answer with that, I will, but move on. Now, what I don't want is, so I saw this one thing. Somebody shared this in my group chat. It was wild, right? Now, yeah, Jay, you've seen Tramell, right?
Yeah. I was there. The game he got hurt.
That's right.
That was crazy.
Actually, somebody's asking, like, is he a runner? Guys, Tramell's black. He's not a runner, guys. Like, that's not his ministry, okay? Like, just people see that, like, black, they just assume, oh, he's got to be an athletic quarterback. No, he's just black. He's not unathletic. He's just.
I think they're talking about Carter.
No, I'm saying Carter is fast. Like, Brock is fast. Luke is fast. Tramell's not. So, like, people are saying, like, we need to recruit an athletic quarterback to replace Tramell. And my brother, like, Tramell's not unathletic. It's just that's not what he does. But here's something I saw on. Now, it was wild. The 1010XL retweeted that Tramell decommitted, which was wild because Tramell did go on 1010XL on Tuesday confirming his commitment.
That's where he messed up.
That's where he messed up.
In my opinion.
I said, bro, you shouldn't have done that. They were like, well, what should I have done? It was supposed to be, the interview was supposed to be weeks ago. Well, you should have told them shit changes or just don't talk about it. Tell them before you go in, let's try to keep it to the season. And I don't want to talk about what's going on with Florida State. But this is where things get weird. Philip Monkey SOB1, whatever, white guy. Good. I met him. And he has no class. He's a wannabe thug. I'm like, bro, like, I got news for you. I'll say this, man. You can hate him because he's going to Florida all you want. But the kid's not a thug, man. Don't call him a wannabe thug. Like, he's probably the least likely to be a thug on our whole thing. But yeah. But Carter straight, like Carter. We vibing. It's the comments, and I told him to stay away from the comments. But that's my only thing with it is that I do believe, but he's a kid, and they don't get paid for this. They could have handled it a little bit better, but not in the fact that he shouldn't have decommitted. What I would have done with my son. I think somebody asked James in this climate, if this iteration of Florida State, would you commit? And I probably would have.
Cap.
Nah. This is the real reason why. I'm from Tallahassee. I went on a visit to Miami during their day. Like, Miami was really fucking good when I went on my visit to UM.
Did you go to Tootsie's?
No, they took me on was it Rolex is where Luke took us. I don't here. Can we not go 0 for 8 with Mandarin? We don't have. We got a lot of D1 talent. I don't think we have guys that we would want to go. There's only one guy that I think I would put at Florida State for Mandarin in the 26 cycle as of right now. We got some 27s and 28s though. We got really good players, but they don't have size. Oh, we do. My bad. We do have. I don't think Brody's coming, but they did offer Brody. It was a pilgrim, Kyle. It was a pilgrim. We know what thug means, man. But if I was in Tally, you said Cap, but like I'm from home. I'm from Tally. Miami was hooping when I was in there. Zook the Crook was at Florida. Was an amazing recruiter. I told him don't even come to my house. I said my mama told him don't even come to the house, because he's not going to Florida. But like being from Tallahassee is different, and putting on for your city. It's something about getting on that jumbotron, and they say, and that fullback. They got a different voice now, but during that was the guy's voice. And that fullback, from Tallahassee, Florida. Number 36, like when they say, no matter if you don't even got to be nobody. If it says from Tallahassee, Florida, like everybody cheers. Now, we wouldn't have had like 5 people in the stands. All of our games were packed. Like, so even the noon games.
But what was y'all record though before, like the season before?
Before I came?
Yeah.
That was the year they went to the Gator Bowl. Actually, so they went down. They went to they went national. They went 3 straight natties, right? And so everything was up, and then Chris Ricks becomes a starting quarterback. Everything goes down, and then we had the number 1 recruiting class. And this was before you really got to know the people in your class. So like it wasn't like no friend. I learned I ain't like Lorenzo Booker when I first met him. I thought he was weird as fuck. I was like, man, these Cali dudes are different. Turns out I really like Lorenzo. That's one of my guys. I thought Buster Davis talked too much. Buster talked the entire trip. But then I realized, Buster funny as shit, man. Buster are good people, man. It's like you get to learn. Like we didn't have that. Like you met him on visits and you meet some of the guys. Like it's not like we could call, back in those days, that was long distance. Like you could call me. I'm not calling you. My mama would have cussed me out if I'd have done all of that stuff, man.
Oh my God. Number 8. Congratulations.
Jackson, stay off of her. Are you Jesus Christ? From the same woman? Like, man.
You getting the Nick Cannon numbers?
Hey, hold on, move off of Jackson real quick. Like, okay, he agreed. Y'all ain't got no excuses. Ain't nobody in this chat got any excuses. Jackson got a whole
village.
Tribe, and he's a greenie. But anyways, I say all that to say is I would see the opportunity. I would see the opportunity to play. Like I want to, like, if you're a freshman and you want to play, like I wouldn't even have to worry about Freedy Youngins. I would know I'm about to come in and take the job. Wouldn't be no scriptures, wouldn't be no nothing else. I'm coming in to play right away. Damn, that 8 kids threw me off.
He trying to change the FSU offense.
I mean, by himself. Man, I talk about breeding. This man is about his action.
Shop is closed.
Brother, you can't pull out of a driveway. Like, yeah. The cool thing in this, and this Jackson this is all love. I want to make sure nobody gets offended. I don't mean anything by these comments that I'm saying. Like, you ain't got to, brother in Christ, you ain't got to ever worry about your wife leaving you. But 8 kids, boy, that's a hell. I need you to do is stay alive. Because I did, about a year ago, I lost one of the first kids I ever mentored in Jacksonville. Siobhan Mackey. I had to go. Matter of fact, his funeral, why I didn't go to the Florida game was his funeral was Thanksgiving weekend. And shit, I didn't even realize it, man. That's a year down. Wow, wild times. Mac had 3 kids with the girl. They weren't married, but he had 3 kids with her. And there was a baby on the way in February. And I'm like, damn, that's a hard thing. I was like, to leave a woman with 4 kids from the same dude. And like, I was like, damn, that's tough, man. It's a tough thing. But congratulations though on your 8th baby and whatnot. I appreciate you. All jokes aside, that's some dope stuff, man. But 8, man, I was shoot. 8 from the same. Yeah, you 8 for 8 from the field. Man. Club shot up, boy. Y'all got us. Y'all must have stock. I know your deductibles are immaculate. You got paid. This baby free. This is like, do they do this? They do like specials like that, like BOGO with babies. Like, oh man, that doctor loves y'all, man. That doctor like, oh man, that time. Wait a minute. Y'all started when you were 20. I just thought about that, bro. Like you, Jesus. Like the math ain't even math. Like, dog, you didn't even give it you didn't give her 6 weeks off, did you? You was go ahead and just one of y'all got to get snipped or fixed, and just go ahead, man, and just shoot up indiscriminately. Don't be like my teammate Crow if he had a vasectomy, man. Shoot, you need to be in the college football pick 'em trying to win every week. You got to gamble with your off money just so you can make some bread. Now it wasn't his fault. Like, to be honest with you, I mean, I married at 19. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. You have a set. I'm about to say pregnancies 5 and 6 were twins. All right. Action Jackson they had 2 at one point. They had 2 at one point. Listen, man, it's not a fault. Gotta say kudos to the chef. That's what when you bust quick, you gotta be like, hey man, kudos to the chef. Blame God for giving you good vagina. It's not my fault. Blame your ancestors. But wow, that's tough, man. All right, well, who I want from Florida State is I want Go-Go. I want Brendan Marion. I heard somebody say that it's a gimmick offense, and when people say stuff like that, prove it to me. Show me the game when it went nothing but gimmicks in the whole offensive game plan. I want to see it. I watched him play Syracuse. I've been talking about this guy for over a year, by the way. I like it. We also saw him have a quarterback leave UNLV to increase his chances to try to strong arm them for more money. Remember that's the and then they took some African name kid, I think that was his name, that UNLV, and everybody was like, oh, they're about to lose the rest of their games. And then that dude's been did numbers, and they got a pretty good offense. So, like, I like it. Plus, I like coaches that just do whatever. Shit. Boise State held them to 24 points. Pooh, shit. Sign me up. We ain't scored 24 points yet. Like, shit. Yeah. Don't scare me with a good time now. Like, shit. But like, we're over here talking about other guys, and like, it's just a lot of things going on. What I want people to do, and when I was talking about Tramell, what I really would have liked to have done is take your visit. Before you decommit, let's see what's really out there. Because a lot of people get caught up in early signing day, right? Early signing day is the celebration. All you have to do is sign your grant aid, and you'll still be able to enroll early in college. Take your visit to Florida, take your visit somewhere else. Tell them my commitment is here, but it's dependent upon what I see from the coordinators. Now, if we hire some pie, all right, what about some of the names? What if it's Scott Frost? Scott Frost has not been good as a head coach, but he's been good as a coordinator where he's been at. Now, some of y'all got dreams and delusions talking about Dan Mullen, but like, okay, fuck it. What if it's Dan Mullen? Dan Mullen's a good coach for offense. Don't think he's coming here. That's would have been what I would have wanted to see. And yeah. Demetrius says, is there a way that Tramell comes to Florida State? I don't think so. Cade ain't coming here. Cade ain't coming here, man. I love Cade to death. I trained Cade. Kerwin Bell, the only person that's able to get me to go to Gainesville outside of playing. They had this chicken place down there. I don't know what it was. It had some good ass chicken, fried chicken, and good ass mashed potatoes. Kerwin Bell is royalty in Gainesville. I doubt that's happening. Money is money. You got to do what you got to do. But I doubt very seriously Kerwin Bell, a Bell is coming to Florida State. And he's only done it for 1 year. And I like him. I like Cade. I think Cade, but I also think Cade is somebody that they'll probably look forward to in Gainesville. James, serious question. With the state of FSU right now, do recruits get told who they plan to hire? If you were, they don't. They just said that they said they had their hire, their guy, and they can't announce it right now because they're still working. If it were me, I told them, I said, hey, I get it. You got to move the way you move. I'd have just told that motherfucker who we hiring. Or I'd have lied. Fuck it. I mean, shit, go making $300K right now, man. Like, shit, of course this service is the price of a service, the price of a brick going up. A good coordinator is going to it's going to cost you $1 to $2 million right now. Hell, Atkins was $1 million. And Atkins was $1 million, and then Fuller was making $2 million. So yeah. Like, but not telling the kid who you're getting, literally, like, is it helping the kid see the vision? You got to help sell the vision. So, okay, not mad at him. I'm with that. I think we were talking. Somebody asked me about him the other day. So, but Florida State got their things that they got to get on and get through. It'll get better. Ain't nothing better. I don't think there's another 2-10 season on the letter. Sport Mark. Talk about what you know, not what you don't. I won't go into details on that, but I was in Miami. The other day, and I did speak to my dear friend. And my dear friend is a big FSU fan still. I think a lot of people underestimate how passionate at least Bobby's boys are about the school. So, yeah. And Jim Leonard, if Jim Leonard's available, take that motherfucker quick. But I like Cade. I like a lot of these guys. I mean, they're good. But I think I don't think it's going to be someone who's going to have to be like, I don't think it'll be somebody that needs to stick around with their university during bowl season. That's my only concern with a lot of it. So why Scott Frost makes sense. Scott Frost is an NFL analyst. People are saying Jim Leonard is an NFL analyst. I don't know, man. And I believe we have 2 older quarterbacks that come in. So, but let's go ahead to the next thing. We've talked about losers a little too long.
Speaking of losers, Trey Benson was on Twitter. Somebody posted this photo.
Uh-oh.
And he said, let's be for real here. So they had who wins 2023 FSU versus 2024 Miami. Yeah, this I have to agree with Trey Benson here. Like, come on. Let's be for real. It's a no-brainer who wins. Crickets.
Well, I mean, I don't know why this is even a thing, and
not the time.
and I'm like, it's not, because again, anything that I say
We're losing.
is going to be seen as hating or some shit. But like,
no, but this is last year's team.
no, but I'm saying like, people don't argue in good faith.
Yeah.
And Cam Ward is legit. Now, here's where I will say the struggles will ensue, right? I'll talk more about that. Let's talk more about strengths and weaknesses, right? I'm going Florida State because the defense, and not because Miami's not any good. We just saw with Georgia Tech, and not just Georgia Tech. Actually, forget it. At the end of the day, the goal is to win the game, right? Look at the way that they did. Look at what the defense this year did to Miami for 3 quarters. This iteration. Now, add to that, and got pressure with Darrell Jackson. We see what Braden Fisk and Jared Verse are doing. The same shit they did in college, they're doing in the NFL. You have better linebacker play last year. Now, what Cam Ward would have to do, the only quarterback that really had success would be what you have to do what Boston College's guy did. But again, Boston College scored all their points in the 4th quarter. Florida State stopped scoring. Now, let's go back and to see what Miami's defense would do. I thought Miami's defense was exponentially better. Florida State's just really, really bad. But you have guys who, while they may drop the ball, let's just look at this game. That play to Hakeem Williams that he dropped. Do we not think Keon Coleman makes that catch? I'm not saying it will be a blowout. Cam Ward is a cheat code. But as every Miami fan has recently said, so is Jordan Travis. Jaheim Bell is better. It's like it is what it is. I think it's one of them arguments that that I don't even know why somebody would bring this up. We're already bad. I don't want to live in the past, even though that was last year. That makes me cry more this year.
I think it was a Miami fan who originally posted it first. I think your favorite Zoe, this dude, I think he may be.
But the reality is that anybody I'll put it like this: if Miami has 12, if Miami has 14 guys go to the NFL right here, I'll believe it. Let's table this conversation right now. Let's table this, and we'll see if Miami has that many guys in the NFL. Then I'll give it to them. But right now, I don't want to take away from what Miami's doing. But what we can say is look at the records and look at the schedule. How many ranked teams has this iteration of Miami beat with all the points they're scoring? And how many ranked teams did FSU beat last year? Because I know one thing. There's 3 guys. There's actually Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, and Brian Thomas Jr. are doing pretty good as rookies in the NFL. There is not a team that Miami has faced that has that kind of talent, and Florida State dominated them. And again, Clemson was ranked. There was more ranked wins and just things like that. I don't want to hate. I think Miami is really, really good this year, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You have. I like your running back. I like your not running back. I like your running backs. I like your quarterback. I still think if you had an elite wide receiver, you'll do fine. It is what it is, man. Like, I just really don't think any of those teams are as good as any of the iterations that Florida State played. And I also think it's unfair to Miami until they actually win the ACC to even have this comparison. I think they'll get into the game. But actually, I'll use Luke again. Luke, you talk to me too much to have these arguments in the comments. Luke, you don't even believe you're going to beat SMU in the ACC championship. So you don't even believe this team is better. like based on things you said in these comments. So I had ultimate faith that 2023 FSU was going to win.
Dang.
52? So you can't say that this team is better because you don't believe it yourself. I don't think it's going to be that bad, though. I do believe it's going to be a high-scoring game, though.
Over under 87? Nah.
What is it?
That's crazy.
That's what he said. I'm taking the under on that one. That's a lot of
That's
points.
crazy.
That's a basketball. That's a good, decent. That's a women's college basketball score.
Speaking of women's college basketball, FSU
hooping
played last night. They played against Sanford and they beat them 101-68.
That's what I like. I like our girls.
Good job. Good job, girls. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all doing y'all work, putting it in. But tonight, 6 p.m. on the ACC network, FSU is playing the University of Florida. And they're playing that coach. And let's see if this coach can get over this hump, no pun intended, and beat FSU. But yeah, 6 p.m. tonight, the men are playing the Gators. And yeah, this should be a good game. Florida's ranked 20th, if I believe so, in the top 25 in college basketball. So it should be a good matchup. And yeah, make sure y'all tune into the game, support the Seminoles. So staying in college, this was just a crazy, crazy number. Everybody in the comments was going wild, talking about, man, if my son was offered this amount of money, he ain't going nowhere else. So, number one ranked player in the 2020, it'll be the 2025 class, Bryce Underwood, QB from Michigan, reportedly was offered $10.5 million to commit to by Michigan to kind of switch his commitment from LSU. He's a 5-star and he would get $10.5 million over 4 years. So that's about like $2.625 million per year. But man, they're pulling out the big bag for this guy right here, man, Bryce Underwood.
Did you see what he tweeted out?
Yeah, it was like a post of a chain, right?
With him in his LSU gear.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean
that doesn't mean after seeing Tramell, like
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, like I don't yeah, it's all fugazi.
Don't believe he's getting $10.5 million.
Cap. Calling cap.
Like I had somebody, so I don't know anybody in Michigan's thing. But like I know a lot of people in Florida. Actually, just some of the cappuccino in the names, right? And the numbers be tripping me out. Like I heard somebody say like one number I heard for some people were like 975,000, right? For a kid. If the University of Florida offers James Anthony Coleman III $975,000 before he took a fucking snap at the university, do you know where my son is? And my alma mater didn't offer me the same? Do you know where my son is going? And I hate Florida. $975,000 is a lot of money. The problem is there are those who know don't tell, and those who tell don't know. A lot of us want to make believe these things because it feels good. It makes us feel better about a decision that may or may not happen. I think Portnoy said he would personally pay the quarterback. Portnoy didn't put this out there. But like, if this is what he's getting paid, shit. All right, cool. Guaranteed bread on the table. A lot of people also keep forgetting one of the you cannot induce or entice with NIL. So it would not be this formal. If you know 4 years, 10.5 million, then you probably know other incentives and other different things. Lay out the whole fucking contract. That's the only thing that bothers me about this shit. Again, with all of it, you can legitimately make everything go away if you just put it all out there. Put it all on the table. But I do know Michigan did say they ready to get down and dirty this year, the next couple of years for NIL. But there's just not a kid that's worth that much money. And I hope it's true. Because I got a couple kids coming up the pipe that's going to command that we will command that kind of money if this is where it's at. And I think a lot of people also are banking on the House settlement to truly control this. There's only one way to control all of this. And if the NCAA was smart, they would encourage the guys to do this. The players got to band together, right, and unionize. That's the only way that this will get better is if the players unionize. With the players unionizing and the House settlement, they could come up with a number that is a guaranteed slated at least for incoming freshmen. You want to know where a model like this was adopted? The NFL. The NFL incoming rookies were making so much money in the draft that it was making the veterans mad. Like the contracts were stupid. So they came in and they made it to where you get slated based upon where you get drafted. And you get the first round contracts are all guaranteed money. This is what there's very little negotiation when it comes to rookie contracts. The negotiations come with that after if we're going to get you the 5th year option or if we're going to make you more money. So we have to go and do that. So yeah, like again, so the sport might pull up Rashida to Florida. One, Rashad is not even in contention for the job at Georgia. One, and he went to Arizona State, and I guarantee you he didn't get paid how much they were rumored to make it. He was going to get rumored to make it Florida. If you know the details, I can't. Florida, those people have to offer me that whether I come to Michigan or not. But more power to him. I hope it's. I don't think the Nico number was real, but I do know he got paid. He got paid a lot. A lot of these guys are getting paid a lot. They're just not getting paid that. It's still good money, though. But go ahead to the next.
So, yeah, we just have this quick video of Cam Ward gifting some of his teammates customized chains with their numbers on it. And I thought this was a pretty just cool gesture by him. So rumored he has a $2.1 million on 3 NIL valuation. So that's just a valuation. That's nothing really set in stone. And yeah, we got the video right here. Pulling it up for y'all right now. So this is it right here.
You said how much did they say the valuation was?
2.1 million.
I believe Cam Ward gave $2.1 million, like I believe in Santa Claus. I think that's a nice gesture, though. Shout out to Derek Plass, former Mandarin Mustang, that got his. I saw his video.
Shout out Cam Ward, man, doing a good thing for his teammates.
I think these are the things that get like forgotten about. You know, because of like, you know, we want to vilify young people making money.
Yeah, huge shout out. This, like you said, a lot of this stuff gets overlooked, and especially with a lot of these players get money through NIL, they have the means to, you know, do greater stuff like this. So it's just cool to.
I want to see what I don't think 2 point. If he gave, you know what I'm doing? I'm robbing all of them right now. Like I'm robbing everybody, but it's not $2.1 million. Jamie has that deal with what's that company called? They give the chains out. All the kids are rocking it.
I'll look it up.
But it's like how he has his GOD. GOD.
I think this might have been the same company.
Yes. Yeah. If you think GOD, okay, cool, no problem. $2.1 million. Good job. That's great marketing and advertising for GOD. This stuff looks good. Like it's like way better than the old fake jewelry that you can get. And there's some stuff with it, but like it's not. If you rob one, if you snatch one of these guys' chains and you try to go get cash for it, you're going to be very disappointed. You're going to be very hurt. But outside of all of that, it's still an amazing gesture. It's dope. And it's dope that they all breaking bread together. I hope he picked up the tab for the bill too.
If you don't break bread, then he fake.
That part.
Facts. So some college coaches have been in the have been getting the spotlight for having an impressive season this year. Some notable names are obviously Deion, Colorado.
Very good job with Deion in Colorado.
Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, Kurt Cignetti from Indiana, and Dan Lanning from Oregon. So
Mike Norvell-Tree. Two of those guys, Mike Norvell-Tree.
Which coach do you think has been the most impressive so far, James? Deion.
They did a good thing where they took a guy who went over Colorado's schedule, and they were going off of the teams that they said that they were guaranteed to lose to. And while Deion has 4, even if he just had the close calls went away, he still has 4 wins and would be on track to make a bowl. But to be on track, if you went out to be able to play in your conference championship, as well as potentially be in a playoff spot, I have to give credit where credit is due. Like, you got to give props. You can't be a hater. And I think kudos to Deion. That's why, because when I think with Deion, and now Deion has shown everybody how stupid you sound when you say that the transfer portal is not sustainable, right? Deion has literally flipped his team 2 years. He hired great coordinators with an NFL mindset, and they have not put a lot of focus in traditional recruiting. Deion, we did the look, right? He wasn't top 50. But here's what they did. They focused on getting guys in that could get them to win, right? And their strategy is to focus on 10, maybe 15 really high-end guys that they feel can come in and participate this year. Actually, you know what this strategy is? It's what I use in NCAA, the video game. I'm not going and recruiting all these guys. But right now, he focused on the portal. And then, see, this is why you got to shut the fuck up and listen sometimes. Let the sentence finish. Like, and then guess, now do you see what's happening with Colorado and Deion? They're not going after the top kids. You know who the top kids are doing? What they're doing? They're going after him. Juju is looking at him. A lot of these more offensive linemen are looking at him. They're coming to you. And you're controlling it so that you can put your money where it's supposed to be at. It's treating it like the NFL. NFL, you only get 10 draft picks. If you get 10 draft picks, you got a really good draft. Focus on your 10. And everything else that's on the team is either previous drafts or through free agency. You can either adapt or die. Hell, the portal ain't really been around long enough for anybody to say it's sustainable or unsustainable. But I do know this. We've seen if Deion continues to do what he's done in the college football playoff era since expansion, we have seen numerous teams make their roster playoff, get to the playoffs with the transfer portal. Indiana's entire fucking team came from where the coach came from with JMU. Exactly, Yanni. A lot of y'all just don't watch enough college football. You only watch one program or two programs or regional, and you think you know everything. I'd argue expand your mindset and your horizon, and you'll have way different thought processes, even if you don't like it. Your perception is not reality. I don't care what anybody says. Reality is fucking reality. That's going to always be my thing. How I feel about something doesn't make it true. But, yeah. I mean, shout out to Deion. And after that, I would go Dan Lanning. Who? Anybody want to know what Dan Lanning built his program through? Now, they have great recruiting. They have a lot of fucking transfer portal guys. In particular, his quarterback is a fucking transfer portal guy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a fucking minute. 2 years is not sustainable. Them 4 motherfuckers up there, every one of them got people from the transfer portal. The coaches that we're saying are some of the best coaches in college right now, their best players are from the fucking transfer portal. It just ain't working for us this year. That's it. Ole Miss has the best D-line. One of the best D-line. They said when they got beat by Bama, by Georgia, they said we got to go into the trenches and do what we need to do. So they went in the trenches and got better in the portal and came back winning. Matter of fact, fuck all that. Pull up the top 25. Let's see. Let's be. Has Georgia got portal players? Bama got portal players. Tennessee got portal players. Miami got portal players.
You want me to do it, Mom? Yeah, I can do it.
I'm trying to figure out, man. It's portal combat out here. It's everybody else is participating in it, and we're trying to figure out because it's not working in our favor. We want to feel like it's more honorable. Now we finna get in that motherfucking portal too. We just got to make sure we get the right guys in the right consistency. SMU portal. Notre Dame portal. Which is wild because they normally wouldn't take transfers but it's wild how they changed their Texas A&M, SMU, Army doesn't, Clemson doesn't, Colorado, K-State, Louisville, Missouri. Half of that fucking list is engaging in portal combat at a high level. I will tell you, I can't speak intelligently on the roster makeup of BYU. I don't think Penn State has done it very heavily. Penn State doesn't do it like that. Clemson, Army. I don't know. I can't tell you the makeup of Tulane, but I would love Tulane's coordinator and their quarterback to come on over. Okay, well, people are coming and saying BYU has portal players too. Can somebody give me an argument with who ain't using the fucking portal? If portal's not sustainable, why the fuck is everybody using it then? Why are they just going and just saying, you know what, we're going to do it the good old-fashioned American way, like the way it's supposed to be? Yanni, that's not there. Now, this is where it comes from. You have to have a good mix. But even with that, Miami got 30. Miami had a shit ton, again, not knocking them, shit ton of 3-stars that they brought in that last class that they don't even fucking utilize. But they got premium guys in the top, and then they went and got a whole bunch of motherfuckers in the portal. Really, the formula is this: 30. You're going to sign 30 new people every year. I don't give a fuck how you sign those 30 new people. Sign me 30 cats that's going to come in and contribute to the team, as many as you can. South Carolina does have Kennard. Damn. Shit. Like when you lay it out like that, James, I really don't have an argument against the portal. I just have an argument. It's just like, again, when people tell me tell me the UNLV offense is a gimmick, Tell me where it's a gimmick. Show me the game where he did nothing but gimmick plays, or games where they did nothing but gimmick plays. Because you can't. What you're doing is you're regurgitating old talking points that somebody that you feel is irreputable has said to you, and you're not even looking at the fucking stats for yourself. It's just like what people do with the fucking Bible. You're reading, you're telling me somebody else's interpretation of a book that you could go read yourself and see. Same thing with history. Same thing with anything else. There's nothing wrong when you don't know something for somebody to give you context and help open your mind for it. But dude, open up the same clips and you'll see that it actually, this is the way the world is going. Because I tell you this, if you were truly recruiting at an elite level, right, and I'm not saying anything bad about this, you would not need the transfer portal. But if I remember correctly, who are the two teams that Georgia lost to? No, Georgia lost to Bama with a new coach. That's it. And then they lost to a transfer portal team. Nobody has recruited better than Georgia. Matter of fact, I argue nobody's recruited better than Georgia or Alabama every year and every out. And you want to know what Georgia's going to do next year? I guarantee you Kirby's going to take his ass in that fucking portal and figure out what the fuck he needs to do. Listen, man, don't argue with me, man. Argue with your aunt that got the hair on the lip. And that's had a roommate for 50 years, but it's fair to tell y'all that, you know, y'all ain't got that aunt, and nobody else got that aunt that they just that look like Manny Fresh. that uncle that you ain't never seen with a woman before, but he's had a roommate his whole life. Nothing wrong with that, man, in this era. But let's go ahead. That was a good discussion, though. But again, kudos to Deion, because everybody say I hate on Deion, so I'm giving that to Deion.
Yeah, so transition now to the NFL. The Commanders and Eagles played last night, resulting in an 18-26 game, with the Eagles going on top at home. And this was a battle for the NFC East. So the Eagles are now 8-2, which means they are at the top of that list. And yeah, this was a battle. Here's some stats from the game of Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley going.
You know what, real quick, Chip, that's just a terrible argument. I didn't even bring fucking Florida State into the equation. Bro, let that hurt go. It's okay to be wrong. It was half the top 25. Over half the top 25 is using it. So it ain't just Florida State whooping ass. Just saying, just chill out, man. It's okay to not, you got to accept it. It's aliens in the ocean too, bro. I hate to be the one to have to tell y'all this stuff. I've been saying this for years. Like, but yeah, just chill out. My bad. You saying we're talking about how Washington Commanders lost me money.
Yeah, I decided to bet on the game last night too, and it almost hit actually, but Saquon went off per usual. 26 carries, 146 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, 18 for 28, 221 yards, and 1 rush touchdown. But some key things I wanted to highlight of this game was how Terry McLaurin was getting clamped up by rookie cornerback Quinyon Mitchell, and I got some film of that right now.
Yeah.
And just this corner work is just crazy. Like this is what I would show my team if I was a coach, just how fluid and good his hip movement is, and just how he's just tracking the quarterback. And yeah, just stay tuned and tell me what y'all think.
Oh shit. Averaging like he's been doing numbers every game. So this was a good clamp job. But worse than that, Jaden Daniels did have some very, very dumb decision making. That interception that he threw was crazy. And then Saquon Barkley finally like broke apart. You know, like Saquon is like averaging like over 93 Well, now it's definitely over 93. Like something like 90, like over 93 yards per game. Like he had him over 24 and a half. He balled out. I had Saquon under 94, but he killed that obviously. Like the guys who should have done better, Smith, Brown, they didn't really do what they normally do. Brian Robinson scored his touchdown. Noah Brown has been getting like averaging 40 yards a game. Jaden Daniels has been throwing well over 200. He threw 191 this game. He's also rushed. He has a pretty high rushing average. Terry, it's just the guys that you normally think would do well just didn't do well. But like, talk about, wait a minute. That's insane if he reached the top speed on a 20 that fast on a 23-yard touchdown. Go ahead, read that out.
Yeah, so Saquon Barkley reached a top speed of 20.78 miles per hour on his 23-yard touchdown run, his 5th run of the season over 20 miles per hour, most in the NFL currently. Barkley also leads the NFL in explosive runs, 10-plus yards in the second half of games this season. So shout out Next Gen Stats. They be really having some actually like cool videos to show all this. And yeah, this is the 23-yard run in which they were mentioning.
The call is.
And he looks like he's just coasting. But that's incredibly impressive. He's not going in a straight line. It's, man. Play it again because I just want to see some push balls.
You want me to slow down?
Nah, you don't even have to go slow down. You can go back a little bit. I just like great run blocking. So, like, if you look right here, again, so everybody who tells me motherfucker ball wouldn't work, right? It's more simple than that. This is motherfucker ball. They're running to the right. How many they have a light box? How many people to the just including the center to the right of the center? How many defenders are there? And how many green people do you see there to block the defenders? It's a very well organized play, especially catching the defense in a bad play call on themselves. You see that the linebacker to the left, he's blitzing outside. He would have probably stayed in the middle. He would have still got scooped up, but it would have been a better overall strategy. You see the center and the guard, they're tagging up to that linebacker, especially if that linebacker doesn't attack hard. You got a single fucking block on that defensive end. The tight end doesn't have to do shit. The backside guard, all he has to do is pinch the bitch. The other linebacker ran themselves out of the play. This play was destined to have success, especially if you get simple blocking by your wide receivers. And Saquon's really, really big. That safety is really, really far back. At worst, it's 3rd and 3. They're getting this first down. But go ahead and push play now. And that angle by the safety was just a bad angle, but just damn. When you look at it like this, this is what gets you paid as a coordinator. Cold world. Shout out to Saquon.
Shout out Saquon, but yeah, it was a good game yesterday. I feel like a lot of people, their bets most likely flopped for sure, just because of how the game went. And I saw that AJ Brown's like receptions was like over 5.5, and he got 5. I'm like, yo, this can't be right.
Do y'all ever just read the comments sometimes?
I try not to.
Noah's age play. I got.
Oh my god!
My aunt looked like Monique. The other one looked like the Soul Glow guy.
That's hilarious. Sorry about that, Noah's age. But anyways, I found this cool graphic reposted on our Twitter account. Huge shout out to Sports Den. If you're not following us on Twitter, what are y'all doing? We going viral. We doing good things.
Besides when he's pissing me off, showing me things that by Florida State that I didn't want to see, but it's all
love. It's all relative.
Love.
It's all relative. But anyways, So this graphic, if y'all can see right here, is called the What If NFL standings. So what this means is that what if every one possession NFL game had the opposite result? And you can see the rankings of the teams, and the arrows on the right of the records signifies how many games. The green arrow signifies how many more games they would have won on their schedule. So like, for example, Jacksonville, number 3. So we won 2 games this season. So the 5 means we had 5 more wins, resulting in a record of 7-3. So on and so forth. But I just thought this was interesting to see how fast and how quick and how one possession really can determine a game. And these are just some of the teams and their records. And yeah, some notable ones would be Jaguars. Really, they have the highest win differential with this. So what do you think about this graphic? I know it's a hypothetical, but I just thought it was cool just to like see how close it could be.
Wow, it could be Carolina. There's no fucking hope in Carolina.
Yeah.
My thoughts on this: if ifs were a fifth, we'd all be drunk. So I try not to go that far, but it does it's like again, the Jags against Houston. Defense steps up. That's a completely different game. Even the Jags versus Indy could have been a blowout had the Jags defense stepped up. Well, if you look at last week's game against the Texans, the defense holds the team to no touchdowns. You should win that game. 12 points scored. One of the better wide receivers in the league being neutralized. That should not be that should be nothing short of a blowout. Trying to think what else. Who the other games that I kind of remember being close, but Trevor isn't as good. Is not as good as the money indicates, but he's not as bad as what his detractors are saying. But at the end of the day, when you win, praise goes to the quarterback. So when you lose, praise goes to the ill praise goes to the quarterback. It is what it is. I'm so glad I didn't have to, again, I get mad when they don't throw to Brian Thomas Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And we all find out if you don't believe in God, believe in whoever Patrick Mahomes prays to, because clearly their God favors them. Because some of the stuff I want to bet against KC, but I'm having a hard time doing it.
Yeah, they're on a.
Are you looking for Sheena?
Yeah, she posted a video about Cam
right
Newton.
There. You just you put a space.
It wasn't pulling the link for some reason wasn't pulling up on my my computer, but should be down here soon. Just about the Cam video incident, and it's right here. Cool. Oh yeah, I'm not.
Damn, 10 minutes?
Yeah, this one was a little bit shorter, but we don't have to.
Oh, 2:59. Okay.
Watch the.
They talking to Steve. So what's wild is you can. I actually, you know what? I want to hear what he has to say, because I am interested to how Steve Smith got there.
And what bigger? Man, the Panthers go to.
All right, let me just make sure everything's good. All right.
Germany. And they brought some Panthers legends out there. Steve Smith, Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly was out there. They were looking for Bull.
How?
Would you have gone if you got the invite?
I guess we would never know.
And what bigger and better player to go?
Peggy, honest question.
What's up?
Do you think Cam Newton has played his last down in the NFL?
Yeah, I believe so. I think you have
Breland,
to do that.
do you think I'm ever going back to play in the NFL?
Realistically, no.
Okay. Can I be vulnerable real quick?
Yeah.
All right. People don't know this story, but I'm going to tell it. I don't have no quarrel with David Tepper. I don't have no quarrel with nobody in the Panthers organization. I speak my mind unbiasedly, no matter who and what franchise it is. Last year, we had a 7-on-7 tournament in Charlotte.
Correct.
We went into the Panthers facility. And you mean to tell me one of the greatest Panthers to ever play ain't up nowhere? I'm talking nowhere. Who brought it to my attention?
Kids.
My son.
Mm.
How old is my son, Peggy?
8. Yeah, 8 now.
He 8. So as a man, when you have to explain to your son, Daddy, where's your picture?
Yeah.
At this particular point in time, the question was, oh, we don't know if Cam's retired yet. Newsflash, I'm never going to retire. I know I've played my last piece of football. It don't matter to me to officially retire. A couple years ago, I had initiatives that I brought to the forefront to the Carolina Panthers. I said, yo, I'm really taking this media shit serious. Why don't we give a live audience the experience to let's do a Funky Friday for the masses. We're approaching, at this time, it was 5 years since the 2015 season. I was like, we could do a 2-for-1. I can talk to Luke Kuechly. I could talk to Thomas Davis. I can talk to Greg Olsen, unfiltered, in a way in front of an audience that we can just share stories. This could be the perfect way to pass the torch to Bryce Young. I think the fans are like that. Did that get pushed through, Pay?
No, I think the narrative was, Cam, you need to come into the stadium and mend relationships that you didn't even know that anything was broken.
Yeah. So when I see certain things happen like this, I didn't even know certain opportunities even existed. So, did it hurt my feelings? Yeah, it did. Like, damn, bro, I gave this city everything.
Man,
If y'all didn't hear it, he said, "Did it hurt my feelings?" Quote, "It definitely did." Dang. What do you think about that, James? You think his reasoning was logical or sound? And yeah, that experience is pretty sad.
I feel him. Like I if anybody's listened to me enough about when I talk about recruiting and other different things, I hear what he's saying. And I'm not gonna play devil's advocate because there is no real, like, he's right. But like so a couple of years ago, somebody told me something that a former punter, and I actually now think about it, I think I might have been saying kickers aren't people that at that point, maybe that offended him, but
Probably.
he didn't play with me. He actually was a GA coaching at Florida State when I was there. Now he's with Seminole Boosters in some capacity, but he was a kicker on the championship teams, a punter on the championship teams. Not gonna say any names, but pretty fucking specific. He said to somebody that I am close to that you got to watch being around James, or you got to watch doing other different things. And I said, why the fuck would he say that to me? And I think what happens is, now Cam is a much bigger deal than I am. No, but I do believe that when people ascend to things and they're doing things and nobody really knows why or how you're able to do those things, and you're able to articulate yourself in a manner in which people rock with. And it does cause rifts that you didn't even know were there. Because you're not doing it in a manner in which they feel is the corporate way. Cam does it his way. And when you do it your way, there's something that comes with that. It doesn't make it right. But like, I look at it where I really see that is that when I look at what Cam says, talked about, hey man, we could do this for Bryce Young when he first got here. It'll be a 2-for-1. It'll help elevate my platform. It'll help elevate your platform. And I go back and I think about the things that I've had to do since I've been in this media thing for almost 10 years. It's a lot harder for me to go be James Coleman media, like James Coleman, the media personality, than it is for me to go as James Coleman, the former player. But I have to sneak the media stuff in. Not really sneak. It's not sneaky. But it's like when So last week I was last week I was irate last week, right? I'm cool now, but I was irate.
You were what?
I was irate, like ignorantly hot, like very angry, like motherfuckers got cursed out, like because how dare you, like IRATE.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I never heard of that word
how
before. Yeah.
dare you say the things you said about me? And I've heard it said, and I know there are people in the fan base that, for whatever reason, believe these things. And I don't know where those shits came from. But like, I was told something that said that I had a burner account that would say disparaging things about people at Florida State. And that the IT department traced it back to me. Now, I wasn't mad about them not using me. And this is why they wouldn't use me in certain instances, because they didn't trust the big man with some stuff. Me. Now, one of my good friends told me this. My better friend told me that he went and said, hey, whatever it is, y'all aren't utilizing James the way that y'all should use them. Now, this is a head coach. And y'all should do this, that, and the other. And like, just to tell him, like, hey, he really wants to help you. They talk to everybody. 247, War Chant, all of these guys, every school. It's not just our guys. You have a person on the inside, and that person on the inside will share information with you, right? And that's how they get their quote-unquote insider information, on top of not harassing, but calling people and doing different things that require you to do research. That's why I always joke and say, really, any of y'all can do it. It's just they feel like that's what they want to do. So you're telling people who have no loyalty to you, but you're afraid that I will say something that you don't like. But fuck all of that. I was mad. What I was irate about was, why would I create a burner? Like, what about that? So I felt like my character was attacked. Like, I was afraid of somebody all of a sudden.
KD has a burner.
Yeah, but KD is weird like that.
He gives way more chalants.
Yeah, like, what about me? Like, if I had KD's money, I would probably be worse. But what about me shows that I would need to, like, have a fucking burner account? I already say wild shit. Like, why would I don't even know, like, for those who want to know, the SportsDen account is managed by Jaden. You know why it hasn't really had any traffic going? Because I don't have time. I have two big game accounts. One got destroyed, and Elon gave me restitution. But I was so used to using my other one that I don't like going back to the old one. It's too much work to keep pushing my thumbs, going back and forth to all of the different stuff when I can just say what the fuck I want to say, how I want to say it. But I'm saying that to say is, like, when you look, and Bert, you wild for that. We said KD needs a barber instead of a burner. But I say that to say, it's like with Cam, when you live like that and you're so free, it does irritate certain people. And so he has every right to be hurt. But I will say that he also got to know, and one thing I will say is I know what comes with the territory. Is you got to know, like, you're Cam fucking Newton. Like, we know you were one of the best players, but I'll tell you why it hurts. It's because he can't see it, or didn't choose not to see it, because he was just living his life and living his truth. But because for me, I can emulate it. It's not when you go around and you find out. It's when the people that they're with people they're recruiting, or people that are talking to them, are the ones who notice it. And then you have to explain to them why this happens, and you really don't have a true answer for it, because it ends up hurting in the end. Now, a lot of things got to, not amended, but talked about it. I still have a great relationship with a lot of those people. But I get where he's coming from, because it doesn't make any sense. Cam Newton, like, I'm pretty sure Tom Brady has stuff in the Patriots offices, even when he was with Tampa Bay, because he's still Tom fucking Brady. it's nothing for you to. You've only been to the Super Bowl twice. I believe one was with Jake Delhomme, and another one was with, and I might be wrong, I think it was Jake Delhomme, and another one with Cam Newton. There should at least be a picture of them, right? That would make sense. It's one of the best seasons in your franchise history. But I think that probably hurts him more than even knowing that, even the fact that he didn't know that he could go to Germany. But, and what's wild is it's selective. But I think it's selective because Steve Smith works for NFL Network, right? So Steve has that job where they kind of gotta fuck with him. But like, Steve Smith is probably way more aggressive than Cam Newton ever could be. But Cam is a bigger personality in terms of his reach and his impact than Steve Smith is.
No, they fumbled so hard because Cam just got like appointed to be like a weekly guest on First Take too. So it's like they could have had that aspect as well of the show if they haven't Steve Smith with the NFL Network. So
you have two places where you're getting your tour. But it's just like I always say that one of the things that people don't do enough, I think, especially your articulate guys who are not even articulate. If you see somebody's trying to do right and you have the ability to help them and like exalt them, you should. Like I would want to get unique Carolina Panthers content out there with Cam Newton if I'm the Panthers. Just like if I were Auburn, I would be trying to do that with Cam Newton, regardless of how you feel about him. I think that's one of the things that I think still hasn't quite gotten done yet. Like I really feel like we should, if you see a guy, what a guy's trying to do, you should do everything in your power to help that guy. And I know when I think Cam Newton, I actually don't even think about his college. I think Carolina Panthers. And I hear the hurt. I can see why. I see why he's hurt. But you know, it's easier to cry in a Lambo than it is in a Honda Civic. So, and I like the transparency that he said. He could have said, "I'm not," but he said it hurt a little bit, and it didn't hurt because it was him that was affected. It was hurt. It's a different type of hurt when your kid come out and say that. So, yeah, it's kind of like shit. But yeah, tough. Did you hear what that we going to the? What's the next thing we got?
Oh, just some little NBA news.
Oh, okay.
And like Mike Tyson afterwards and stuff.
So,
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say fuck the NBA because there's one player I don't like now. I don't even know who I don't really know if I'm saying his name right. He could be a good person. I just don't like how he fucked up my parlay. I don't like people who I don't know. If you fuck up my parlay, man, and I just want you to do what God blessed you the ability to do. 2 weeks for 2 weeks. When I bet on you, don't stop when I bet on you. Like that's my problem. I feel like I bet on them, and then all of a sudden they act special needs. But go ahead, Jaden. What are we talking about with the NBA?
So I know you love your the nail painters and athletes. So I wanted to put this video in the TikTokers. I'm not gonna lie, I have to give a little backstory. So Jared McCain, right? He's a rookie on the Philadelphia 76ers. Starting point guard Tyrese Maxey is out, but last night or 2 nights ago, I'm sorry, he dropped 34 points, 10 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals, which for a rookie, that's
good.
That's just crazy by itself. And this is the this was a TikTok they attached to it.
I'm okay with him.
I look down real quick.
He don't have the rhythm like everybody else. It don't look like he just practiced TikToks all day.
Oh no, he has like millions of TikTok
this?
followers. Yeah. He's been doing this since high school.
Yo, man, what the do at people where we thought these choreographed, like, this makes me want to bring back segregation.
Whoa,
We didn't start being
segregation. That's a
selfish
that's
until we
a
started
crazy
mixing
jump.
up. We started mixing the cultures too much. Now we doing these corny ass dances.
When Dr. Umar listens to the show, he's gonna steal that in one of his things. He's just light skinned with hair. I feel like this is expected.
But with him,
But 34 points, man, that's a lot of points.
oh yeah, I was actually the only FSU basketball game I went to last semester was when FSU played Duke at home, and Jared McCain had 28 in the first half, and that's when I knew he was going to be good in the NBA. So shout out to you, man. Keep doing your thing. I know Tyrese Maxey is hurt right now, so you're trying to just get all the minutes you can. But transitioning from the Sixers, we're going to LeBron. So NBA senior insider Shams was recently on First Take talking with Stephen A. Smith about the longevity of LeBron's career, saying, quote, LeBron James is going to be 40 years old next month. My sense is next season could potentially be his last season in the NBA. Maybe Bryce James keeps him around an extra year or two. But this was after LeBron James had broke another record. So on LeBron put up 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists for his third straight triple-double, breaking his own record for the oldest player to hit that mark. LeBron has been playing pretty decent basketball. He's had these triple-double games, which have been good, but some of the games earlier in the season, he wasn't scoring too much, but that's also because Anthony Davis has been playing MVP caliber basketball. But keep doing your thing, LeBron. But somebody is always chasing you. Victor Wembanyama, the French superstar, scored a career-high 50 points, including a career-best 8 3-pointers in a 139-130 win over the Washington Wizards on Wednesday. And this dude is 7'4". I just got to
in a bean pole, right? He don't have no meat on his bones, right?
Mm-mm.
He's nice though.
So he is the fourth youngest player ever to score 50 points. So the first is Brandon Jennings on November 14, 2009. He was 20 years old in 52 days. LeBron James, March 20th, 2005, 20 years old in 80 days, and he scored 56 points. Devin Booker, who was 20 years old, 145 days, and scored 70 points. And then Victor Wembanyama, who's 20 days, 314 days years old, scored 52. And LeBron James again during that same season scored 52 again. So shout out to Victor. Keep doing your thing, man. I know you're figuring out the league. Your team's not as going well as it thought it would earlier this season, but keep doing your thing for sure. So now we transition to our other category. So Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson, and the optics and the logistics behind this is just insane. These are some of the facts about the fight. FAF. So if y'all didn't know, the fight is going to be in the Dallas Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's going to be an AT&T Stadium. And although there hasn't been a specific quantity that the fighters have said that they will make from this fight, there's a variety of seats and VIP packages. So the complete ringside seats range from anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000. And there's a one-of-a-kind MVP owner's experience, which is valued at around $2 million.
Yeah, I'm not paying $2 million to hang out with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Or Mike Tyson, when you can see him randomly on the strip in Vegas. Like the one time I hung out with him, it was fucking random.
You hung out with Mike Tyson?
Mm-hmm. I was at a Maxim party in Vegas, 2005, if I remember correctly. And
dang, this is before The Hangover.
Yeah, before that. And one of my good friends who I have a picture of, T.O. actually got a chance to meet him. He had a tattoo before he died. He had a tattoo of
Mike Tyson.
Of Mike Tyson on him. Like he was a big Mike Tyson fan. He was Armenian Q dog with gold teeth.
Like he was
Omega Psi Phi.
No. Like he was a black Armenian?
No.
Oh, he was
like very white.
Oh.
Very pale. but
Dang.
like you couldn't tell you couldn't like if you just listen to him talk, T.O. talk, you would just think he was just albino or something.
Albino.
Yeah, like, but yeah, but anyways, though, it's like it could go left. It can go left before it go right, and it's kind of terrifying. I couldn't hang out with him that often. He's mentally unstable. But
Yeah, he got demons.
but not $2 million. No, fuck both of you. I don't even really want to. I really don't even want to watch this fight.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm gonna.
But I'm going to watch the fight.
I'll catch it on Twitter.
I mean, it's like I have Netflix, so it's not like I even have to steal it.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to remember that it's on. And this counts as an actual sanctioned fight, right?
I don't know. I didn't even.
The thing about this is, can Rob gas Mike?
Who?
Not Rob.
Jake Paul?
Jake Paul, can he gas Mike? Like,
but yeah, that's what I forgot what show I was watching. I think it was Gil Arenas, but like they have to fight a certain number of rounds to make their money back. So I feel like they have to go at least like 5.
the 2-minute round saves you.
Yeah. And plus he's like 60 years old or something. That.
Now Roy Jones talked about fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the power's still there. And he's just like, I don't think Mike knows
Any other way.
Yeah. Yeah. So like it's
But y'all remember Mike's last real fight? How bad that was. I was still in high school.
that was the one with it. Yeah.
He fought the tomato, the bum, some random
Yeah.
guy.
That's why I'm like,
Some bum.
I don't know. But Mike's in good shape. Mike's got so he's talking about his kids don't know who he is, and he's gonna let them see for one night, which makes it odd. The other conversation, like there actually is video of Mike Tyson saying that his kids don't like. He wants his kids to remember, like to know how good he was. That he used to be somebody.
I wish they could.
They got
make the
YouTube,
ring
bro.
smaller. Like if they actually fought in a phone booth, that would be something to see. But it's too big. He's gonna get tired. I'm scared of. I don't want to see my hero die like that.
Like, actually, I got this right here so you can hear the audio. I mean, I have it so you can see, but if my phone cooperates with me. My phone just keeps shutting off every 90 seconds. Oh, that's not the one I want.
Everyone's coming in to see you on Friday. What does it mean to have family with you?
The fuck?
Wow.
That was 2 videos playing at the same time.
And then that night they're gonna find out the father's very special.
That's. Oh.
The night of the fight, they're gonna realize they better watch it next time they talk crap to me.
Your kids are out here.
Okay,
Everyone's
hear
coming in to
this.
see you on Friday. What does it mean to have family with you?
It's the family's everything. But my kids, to my children, I'm nobody. But that night they're gonna find out their father's very special. So the night of the fight, they're gonna realize they better watch it next time they talk crap to me.
So, like, real quick, like, go to the so that's what Mike is saying. But before we show the craziness that goes down in any boxing match, but definitely Mike Tyson shit. Like, do you have what he said to the little girl?
Yeah, I was just about to pull it up right after I show y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want me to show the little girl first? I got this up right now.
Go ahead. Whatever you got up. Let's go show what we got up. So this is when they were they're doing the
final face off.
Yeah, the face off shit.
And this is the behind the scenes, because if y'all didn't know, if y'all obviously can read the title, but this gives you a sneak peek of why he did that.
Oh. Yeah, he didn't have
Yeah. Mike Tyson looks really good though for his age. When he did his picture, his like, he looked good.
The guy Bobby G, who he was talking to on the show, his whole motivation for getting in shape was Mike Tyson, because he knew he was having his daughter he's going to be a grandfather, and he wanted to get in shape, and he got it. That's why he started doing Alpha Clinic. Looks really good. I gotta go. If we cut this, we can find Bobby's IG stuff. It looks real good. But Jake, Mike, Jake Paul strikes me as the guy that if he rolls through Moncrief in 36, he's gonna lock his doors. But then he'll do shit like this to Mike Tyson. Like, I never understand some pilgrims. Like, their fear of things makes no sense, but their lack of fear makes less sense than their irrational fear of some things. Like, random pit bull walking down the street. Look at that cute doggy. Come on over here. Black dude with dreads in a hoodie. Huh? Doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't understand the fear of some shit.
But that's his gimmick.
Yeah. I guess when you're at work, you gotta work. We heard what Mike Tyson said about his kids. Your kids are your legacy. Mike Tyson wants his kids to see that he was special. So what better way than for a kid to ask him, what does he hope to get out of this fight?
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. So after such a successful career, what type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Man, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. Legacy doesn't mean nothing. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Someone said that word and everyone grabbed on the word, so now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when I get dead? Why do you want somebody? You think somebody really wants to think about you? What's the audacity? I think I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the fuck cares about me when I'm gone? For my kids, maybe grandkids.
You couldn't write better comedy.
Bro's a G. I ain't gonna lie. She know what she was signing herself up for though. For real.
I don't think she do.
I mean, her parents should have known.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like her parents definitely know.
Mike Tyson is the same guy in his prime said, now watch how you ask me this to a female reporter. Watch how you answer me the questions, because normally I don't talk to female reporters unless I fornicate with them first. So unless you plan on fornicating with me, then just, first off, who the fuck says fornicate?
Kith, Mike Tyson.
But like, he's not bad, but it's just like, this man is wonkers, man. And you put your daughter out there. You can't have that. One, if you're the father or the mom, you can think it's, because I know black women protective of their kids, right? You be as protective as you fucking want to be. He's gonna knock all us the fuck out.
Yeah. There's nothing we can do.
You're behind a camera. Somebody needs to be behind the daughter. Like, to provide, like, be close enough for if he's spazzing. No, like, if you see him like rear back, you need to go, because your dumbass put your daughter in an unsafe position. You need to be there to take that straight.
I thought he was pretty chill, to be honest.
But like, just it's
not that bad.
That's terrible to say that to a child.
But she was super professional.
She was really professional.
Like,
y'all ever seen her before?
What the fuck?
She interviews like a bunch of famous people.
The fuck
yeah, so this is her job.
I mean, it might be. Now, then again, everything's a rollout. But like, it could have been like, just be whatever. Like, what the fuck do you up legacy? Legacy is just a word that people use for ego. I don't have no ego. When you was just talking to, actually, my only problem with Mike, and this is the problem I have with some people. Mike was just in a ring practicing or whatever, talking about he wants his kids to know that he was something. And then with them people, you learn how to act right in front of them people. And then when you get in front of the little girl, now you act like that with the little girl, man. It would have been more on brand for Mike to say that shit in the ring than it would have been to say it to the person.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
He's growing.
But it's fun. I don't like, it's Mike. It's like, me saying what the fuck do we expect from Mike Tyson is the truth. But also me being like, come on, Mike, say that to the other thing, like give it to the national soundbite. And, just because, again, it's the same dude that says, that again, the same dude that in the ring says, like, how do you feel about this fight? I broke my back. My back is broken. Spinal. Like, well, this is not how it works. Or, like, what did he say? What do you want when you fight up such and such? What do you want to do? I want to eat his heart. I want to eat his children. All praise be to Allah. Say that shit to the people who are used to this shit.
He's trying to be a person. He's growing. He's like 3 pit bulls in a human costume.
Fair. He's definitely built.
He's got demons. He's got demons.
Yeah,
man, the whole
about ego death.
One of the realest things I've ever heard from anybody was from Mike Tyson. And when he said on this podcast, he says, I'm not the type of person anymore. I'm afraid to be that type of person because it's on the inside. And he wants to come out. And I don't want him. And I don't want him to come out because I'm scared. He said, because I'm scared. But I love him.
Mike Tyson ain't the best man.
And I feel like a bitch. I don't want to feel like no bitch. I'm like, man, I would have been on the podcast like, yo, bing, get me the fuck out of here with this dude.
You believed every word he said. You believed everything.
Kids don't know how intense Mike Tyson's aura was. To put it in perspective, again, Jaden, you wouldn't know this either. To put it in perspective, he was a character written into The Simpsons, right? And there was a scene in The Simpsons. I don't remember a lot of things, but I remember this because it was right when Mike was in jail. And there was a prison riot going on in that scene. And all Mike did was open up his cell and say, hey, y'all stop all that. Y'all making too much noise. All right, Mike, everybody stop. But like people really believe that Mike was like Mike can, the Locks, what we talked about. They talked about the story. Well, actually, Locks and Fat Joe have both talked about stories with Mike Tyson out, way different than mine.
I heard the Fat Joe one.
Where he was, they were him and Big Pun, and he was chasing the guy around the car.
Yeah.
With a kufi on.
Yeah. But so Mike is really aggressive when it comes. Mike is one of them aggressive people with women. Anybody who's heard my story about Sheena has boxers are like that. Sheena had a guy, he knocked out on Roy Jones Jr. Can't think of his name, but
I don't really know too much about boxing. I know who Roy Jones is.
I'll tell you this, Jaden. I've been in a lot of fights in my life. Actually, in my life, I used to love fighting.
Were you okay?
No, I wasn't. I was very angry at my father. And anytime somebody said something, it was on site. But football helped deter some of that stuff. Like I said, a lot of people, I need to apologize for the concussions they got because I thought they were James Senior.
Glenn Johnson, Antonio Tarver.
Okay. So I was hanging out with Antonio Tarver at the Super Bowl in Tampa. Antonio is really aggressively grabbing Sheena. And I'm telling Sheena, like, it's just me. Because this is COVID. The COVID restrictions are still there. And I'm like, yo, I ain't never fought a heavyweight champ before. I ain't trying to fight no heavyweight champ either. So, like, the only thing I could do for you, Sheena, is call the police. Is like, so, like, you might want to engage differently. But so I'd say that story so that you guys can the Locks have a story about when Mike Tyson met Eve.
Oh, God.
And he was like, they like, yo, Mike is over here. Eve is uncomfortable. She ready to go. And he like trying to take her. But this is the champ. So we over here like, we like the champ, man. Damn, we like the champ. But somebody gonna have to poke the champ. He's like, we can't fight him straight up. So we got to pull the knives out. And we're like, who's going to be the one to poke Mike Tyson? And he's like, they were like, they said again, the Tony Yayo of the Locks. There's like, Sheik, you gotta go run. You gotta go because we know the first person that run up on them is getting dropped. So the next person got to grab him, and then the next person got to come and poke him up. It's like, we don't want to have. It's like, lucky he left and cooler heads prevailed. He's like, but we didn't want to have to. Mike almost got poked up. I wasn't rolling deep. Nobody had an all-in membership and then media group at that time, so you can hang out with me. But I just know if you get an all-in membership, and we're in New Orleans, and we hanging out, me, Sheena, and whoever else is out, and we doing a nightlife thing, just come with a shake. Because Sheena's going to get us in some precarious situations. Because they all be, again,
flocking.
I'm telling y'all, everybody be like, they want to, like, get a fine bitch, you better read the fine print. Your favorite, the people who are after her are all the people that you grew up in your childhood idolizing. If you want to get if you dating her, you got a card that you want to get signed. That's wild, right? But good person, just saying she's toxic. I don't know, but the point in all that is that
stay away from Mike Tyson.
Stay away from Mike Tyson. Even the conversation we had was really great when I was there, but it was still kind of, and I was in my prime. I had just wrestled a tiger. But I've wrestled a tiger before.
What would you do if you accidentally spilled a drink on Mike Tyson?
Apologize profusely. And give him wherever I spilt it, he can have what I have.
This actually happened to Amin Al-Hassan, and the way he got out of it, which I'll keep in the back of my mind just in case I ever do run into him. Assalamu alaikum.
Jesus.
Oh, you gotta say something.
And he gave him a big hug, pulled him in, and that was the end of that. That's a heady play.
I'm going to
Mike
be
Tyson.
overly apologetic. And just man, I'm so sorry. Your parents are messed up here, sir. Yeah, anybody who knows me, I don't wear drawers like that. So like but if I spill juice on his pants, here, Mike, just take mine, man. You can have mine, dog. I'm sorry, I don't want no smoke. I apologize. He can spill the drink on me, and I'm gonna apologize to him. I shouldn't have been in the way.
Just read him your Quran and you might get out of there alive.
I need to know. You gotta have something better than Assalamu alaikum. you got because I'm saying like it got to be something that only Muslims would know. Like, and then he would be like, yeah.
I think he could see the guy and tell he was also a Muslim.
Oh.
Oh, I can barely read that.
Man, it's not so much the throwing of the. I don't mind. I wouldn't if I don't have to. If we doing just the problem with fighting boxers is that they don't just throw a punch. They're trained to take the punch.
Right.
I don't mind throwing the punch. I don't want to take the punch. That's what I was trying to think. The enchilada.
Inshallah.
What's the one?
Inshallah.
What's that one?
God willing.
It's Spanish salad. No, it's enchilada. Oh man. Like football, we go in to deliver hits. We don't really go to take hits. We go to deliver hits. Boxing, you boxing and MMA, somebody's going to hit you.
Right.
And you have to be ready to take a hit.
And if you think a UFC fighter can throw a punch, the UFC fighters look at boxers like, no, that's how you throw a punch. There's just levels to it. Like, I can throw a punch. I can't throw a punch like a professional boxer.
So, like, when you find a boxer, they're throwing a punch. Like, even the slap that he gave Jake. Us, normal person, I challenge you to a duel. Pap, pap. Or you like, most of y'all want to do, I'll slap a bit. Or when you see people like, I'm going to fight, and they just do this. Watch how a professionally trained person throws. Like you'll see the hip rotation come into it. There's a follow through. Mike didn't want to kill Jake because he knew he needs to get this fight so he can have money. But he threw it hard enough to where he recognized. Like that alone should scare you. Because he didn't give him his best shot. I saw somebody, Tank Davis, right? When I knew who Tank Davis was for a while. I liked watching him. Tank Davis was at a basketball game, He went to go get some snacks. His old lady got too friendly with somebody, and she was over there showing. I'm telling you, men know, and you know what they're doing. She was showing teeth. And so if you don't know what that means, there ain't shit that funny that you need to be showing your goddamn teeth. You better close them in, put them incisors up when you not around me. Dimple, you ain't never had no dimple, and now you got dimples. She was laughing too hard at what somebody says. Tank Davis decided, he grabbed her by the arm, drug her ass out of the basketball game. Everybody on Twitter is like, nah, that's wrong. Men shouldn't do that. That's not the wrong part. You are 100% right. Men and women should not have violence or be in an abusive relationship. However, when women started saying every man in there who let that happen is a punk, I do not want to get knocked out by no fucking munchkin. I have a nightmare of getting knocked out by a dude. But I don't want to. I'm a grown man. I don't want to get. I ain't getting knocked out in middle school by dudes, and I don't want to get knocked out by somebody who's the same size as a middle school kid. Imagine you coming around 5'4", this dude 5'4", 145, knocks your ass out. That's what Floyd Mayweather, T.I. decides to accost Floyd Mayweather because his ugly ass wife trying to get her boot smoked by a champ. And he thinks that Floyd Mayweather's security is what stopped him from getting to him. No, his security saved your life. Because while we may not think Floyd Mayweather has knockout power, we also remember Pretty Boy Floyd, who was knocking bitches out. But you also are not Manny Pacquiao. You don't got your chin is built different, dog.
Crimson chin.
Just saying, dog. Y'all out here, your chin. If y'all out here trying to get dental surgeons, more money than what they need. There's a difference between being hard and being stupid. Yeah, it's too many. It's too many people being stupid. I said, don't put me in no situation where I can't get out of. Or you better be getting bucked too. Some of y'all letting these women gas y'all up to get into these fights, get your ass knocked out, and she leaving with the dude that knocked you out. If you're a lover, man, you gotta know be a lover, not a fighter. But I still will watch this shit though. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm watching that John Jones Stipe
That's this
Miocic
weekend, right?
fight in MSG. Man, I wish I
Wait a
could
minute.
go.
Jake Paul is Friday today.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm done coaching, it'll be time for me to watch that.
Can't wait for that Stipe fight. Whew.
John Jones is crazy.
If I had to be any fighter all time,
Oh,
boxer, whatever, I'm picking John Jones. 6'4", know how to box, grapple, kick. He's the GOAT of anything. He's the GOAT.
Take his addictions with it.
Okay. I'd rather take his addictions than Mike Tyson.
Personally, I think it's like
his addictions were. Hey, he was.
You know why I respect and like John more than anybody else? He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't cry about, oh, you stripped my title because I did coke. Cool. I'll just get it again. Like, it's not a thing where he's just like they keep putting him down to the bottom and he keeps coming back up because he's good. And did you know their mom was blind?
Like
is my bad. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, the mom is blind, but she put out 4 mutants. Does
his brother still play in the league?
Why doesn't Tyler Perry make movies like this? Remember when I was telling everybody, I forgot who his brother was. That's why I don't always tell people. I promise it. Pussy can change people, right? Pussy made him crazy. And it made Colin Kaepernick a good person because Colin Kaepernick was a bad person before he got Chandler Jones' girlfriend. Chandler Jones is the one who tried to saw Colin Kaepernick's car in half.
I thought we found out it was a different Alton Smith.
Oh, it was Alton Smith. Okay, I thought it was Chandler Jones. My bad. Okay, my bad. He's still crazy though.
Nah, yeah, you didn't see the video of Chandler Jones and he was like, he didn't show himself, but he was like butt naked, like talking crazy. Like CTE stuff.
So that mom, that's okay. Now I'm with it. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the game starts at 6, Montre, the FSU game. But I assume the the main event is gonna kick off at like 12, 10, 12.
11 typically if they
Yeah.
got pre-fight shit.
Yeah, they have a whole card though. So. But nah, I would love, man. Yeah, John Jones is just.
Let's put this up. Michael Jai White prefaced this.
I saw that video.
He did not beat him. He was brought in to help train a specific weakness and listen to what Michael Jai White says about John Jones. Who Michael Jai White is considered like one of the most pure with MMA. Like they say he has a perfect kick.
A perfect spinning back kick.
That's what's his name?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan talked about it. Which that fucked me up with Joe Rogan being. I didn't know Joe Rogan was a little person, man, or built like a little person.
Oh yeah, well,
he's not really like a little person. He's just built like one.
Yeah, which makes it crazy how good at Taekwondo he was.
But Michael Jai White,
he lived in like Boston. Yeah, I remember him talking about that. He used to go to Boston University and teach classes and stuff.
He would knock people out in tournaments straight out. Like
Joe Rogan.
How far is Boston University from where you lived?
It's a train ride.
Dang.
Yeah, it's not long at all. You can just go there.
That's what's up. But we got one more video of some big games BS. So if y'all didn't know,
yes.
Fun fact, shout out Kyan Anthony. He decides his college today live on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast, 5 p.m.
He going to Syracuse, man. He had us on the list for a minute, right?
Fun fact, when they played Syracuse at FSU, he took his visit and I saw him at the game. So that was pretty. I was like,
did you see Lala though?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It was I didn't see Lala.
I'm just curious. I don't want Lala, but does she taste like Honey Nut Cheerios? He never confirmed. You know that's what KD told him, right?
KG,
yeah, my bad. Definitely KD ain't telling
KD
nobody
wouldn't.
nothing.
Yeah, KD wouldn't say that. But let's just listen to the story. And
first and foremost, before we say this, I've been telling people this since I've had a platform. None of the shit adds up. Nothing adds up. None of it makes sense. And go ahead.
All-Star Weekend, LA. We're in the back locker room. Yo, Stevie Wonder. Yo, want to meet the players. Boom, boom, boom. Come out. Yo, Stevie. Carmelo Anthony. Boom, boom, boom. Man. Don't even say it. Don't even say it. You got to say it, bro. I'm trying not to laugh. He said, I love watching you play. I'm out, yo.
I told y'all, man. Stevie Wonder is fooling y'all, dog.
What?
He's not fooling.
That's hilarious to me, bro.
This man can see, dog. This man has been able to see. He might just be kind of blind, but like when I saw, they did a tribute to Eddie Murphy a few years ago. The microphone, he literally looked into the crowd and pointed to Eddie Murphy and told him to come to the stage. And when Eddie Murphy came to the piano, he grabbed him and sat him down, and they were singing, dog. There's videos of a mic falling and him grabbing the mic and pulling it back. Like, on top of that, his greatest songs are all visual. Like Ribbon in the Sky. Either he saw, I don't think blind people get the little squiggly thing in their eye like we do. Like, so I know he wasn't singing about that. That man looked in the sky and saw a goddamn ribbon and was singing about that ribbon in it, dog. And I'm going to tell you the most egregious thing. He has a song called Lately, which is a sad song, which is far sadder than, even though Casey and JoJo, the most toxic R&B singers in our generation, shouldn't have sang it. Probably Boyz II Men should have sang this. But the song Lately is about his lady leaving them. And it's a lot of cool things in there, just like she's acting different, right?
Yeah, I love that song.
And my man says, lately I've been staring in the mirror.
Oh, he does. I listened to that song so many times that I've never even thought
Very
about that.
slowly picking me apart.
Yeah.
Like he's looking at himself and like trying to tell myself that I have a reason to lose your heart. Like he's looking at his appearance and how, Steven?
Steve.
How? Just saying, man. Now, it's just now the song was fucked up because the woman was playing. Again, women know what gaslighting is because they invented it. and she gaslighted this man in the whole song, and he's crying in it.
Yeah,
The
that's a deep
Stevie's songs are crazy, man. Isn't she lovely? How you know?
Yeah.
I see us in the park, strolling the summer days of imaginings in my head and words from the heart. Like it's just, I don't want to bore. Now his songs is dope. They fire writing, but like none of the stuff, all of the stuff involves him singing. I mean, blind people. Ray Charles wasn't singing about that.
I don't know.
Ray Charles was blind for real. We know what school Ray Charles went to. He went to the
street.
He went to the school for the deaf and the blind in St. Augustine.
FSDB.
I think it is.
I didn't know that.
Florida
FSDB.
School Deaf and Blind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
FSDB. Shout out FSDB.
they have a football
Hold on,
team.
that's true.
They have sports
Yeah,
teams.
yeah.
And I don't feel bad for them.
Racist statues. I don't know nothing about.
Mhm. It's like a really nice school. It's on the water.
It's nice.
Because why? Because blind people need to see the water.
It's for the teachers, I guess. I don't know.
Dog, first and foremost, fuck them kids, man. I had to, when I was coaching at Eagles when I first got here, like they played football games. A team lost to them. Like they had. We went there, right? Because they hosted the track meet for my district when I coached at Eaglesview. And them deaf kids was talking shit to us, man. And they was like, Coach, they keep talking. I'm like, man, bro, don't. Like, come on, dog. Like, just, you got to learn to turn the other cheek. And then I heard one, I said, nah, man, fuck that shit, dog. Beat their ass, dog. We whooping their ass in the 4x4. And I wanted to whoop their ass in the 4x4. Hey, man, them motherfuckers was fast, dog. Like them motherfuckers was scared. They had a deaf kid that was scooting, dog, and was letting people. He also did the long jump. Now there also is a video. We can do this one. I'm not afraid, but there's a video of a blind long jumper. I don't know how they got the timing right, but they got the timing right. Pop, pop, because you know you can't get your toe over the white line. But I guess he didn't have the trajectory right because he landed outside the box. He landed out, which had to hurt. But he was blind. He was out there long jumping. Them deaf kids are strong too, dog. Like, bro, like my guys was. Again, one of the kid who just passed, Siobhan, was one of them. Siobhan, Tansy, Lil Rob was all ready to beat the shit out of some blind and deaf kids because they was talking shit to them at the track meet, man. They got a basketball squad. They got really good facilities, man. And I told them, I was like, we can't beat up the deaf kids. But then when the deaf kids started talking shit, I said, hey, man, I'm equal opportunity over here, dog. I told you, I've been all about, now, Eaglesview is a Christian school, but I have always told them, like, if I'm going to hell, man, it ain't gonna be on accident. It's gonna be, I'm gonna do. Grandma said the worst place you can go is hell on accident. Like, some of y'all going to hell on accident. You might as well just go ahead and embrace it and get you some good waterfront lake, that lava lake, that river for fire. Get you some riverfront property. But nah, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, dude said I'm competing against Daredevil.
Yo, that's crazy.
Hey, man, fuck them blind people. Ain't nobody tell their ass to line up in that square. Like, you got to treat people. The best thing you could do for anybody with a disability is treat them like they're normal. But my nephew go to Jake is at or Jack, excuse me, Jack Coleman is at he goes to the deaf and the blind school now. There was a deaf kids gang. There was not a gang. They were talking to y'all, man. Y'all thought they were throwing gang signs. They was just talking to y'all, bruh. Till dog. Wayne.
That's what I was saying.
Wayman. Come on, bruh. I will say when you lose one, it's scientifically when you lose one sense, the other senses get enhanced. But anyways, on that note, where's my guy? He didn't give us no STD Friday. Stay Dangerous Friday. Ramon. But What if you're blind? What if you're deaf in Spanish?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you sign language?
The Spanish just have their own
Is it
probably
their
sign
own?
language.
So
Yeah.
so you got to learn more than one sign language?
Yeah, it's like regular language.
Damn, that's wild.
It's called American Sign Language.
Yeah.
So you
There's
got to
no
learn
universal
Spanish
sign
Braille. Like, how do you roll your R's in sign language? Hey, no, fuck that. I'm not gonna be.
No, this is R in sign language.
No, he's like, how do you roll your R's in sign language?
I mean, it might be. We don't know.
No, that's how you do. Like, if you sign your name like Larry, Larry. That's like. But yeah, no.
You really do drag out. Come on, man. Y'all killing me, man. But the J's sound like H's though.
But that's talking though.
But what I'm saying is how did we know that's what it is? Like, how did he?
They like J, like this is J in ASL. So like they probably just have something they got. They figured it out by now.
I would hope so, because now I'm thinking about all
Let's
this.
look up Spanish.
Like, this is me. When I had the Spanish kid, remember I told you about I had the Spanish kid that came out in the spring for football. 2 springs ago. I had to give him the Major Payne, like when Major Payne talked to the deaf dude. He said, "Excuse me, but if you don't answer me when I'm talking to you, I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. Do you understand me?" It's like, you can't even remake that movie now.
No.
Actually, no, we might be able to give Trump's America 1 year and then let them tell it. We being as offensive as possible. We resetting that.
Boondocks coming back.
Oh man, Boondocks would be amazing. Andre Elam put, "Where's my cigar spot in Jacksonville?" That's a great segue. It is inside of Goodfellas. That's where we're having this show right now in the VIP room. It is 355 St. John's Bluff Road. Come hang out with us Friday night. We have all kinds of music being bumped, and yeah. I just thought of something.
I think my dad said he came here last week or something.
Where didn't even, man, y'all should have. Gotta tell you, should have hit me up, man. We'd have rolled out the red carpet for Pops.
I'm trying to remember what day he said he was here. I think
Orlando
it was last
Brown
week.
heard Vivian Banks getting her cheeks clapped by David Wayne's.
Stop talking.
Oh, hating ass dude.
I do.
I thought about doing
He's
that
so
last
funny.
night. The Kai been getting on my goddamn nerves, not wanting to go to sleep and shit, being afraid to go to the room. I want to take the gun and go in there and shoot whatever he thinks is in his closet. If he's still in there, he ain't happy.
That's such a great movie.
I'm feeling bad because he's so fucking emotional, right? But he's so hard. But he was like, there was a Peyton Manning thing. He's crying on the couch. I'm like, why are you fucking crying, man? What the hell is wrong with you? It's just so sad. I'm
I
like,
heard him say that.
what is sad? He's like, the show. And I'm like, Kai, that's just the music they're playing. So I said, I had to tell him the story of the Mannings. I'm like, son, trust me.
They're doing fine.
You want they're crying about your story. if they had to live 1 minute of your life, they would be crying, man. Yeah, Andre, Trump, he don't work here. Like, he's a part owner. Like, he's the majority owner now. So like, yeah, that's the Vernius. Yeah, you're right. That's right. That is what this is, Andre Elam. So, yep. So, oh man, good times. Anyways, man, on this Friday, man, guys, don't let those kids hurt you. Don't just watch sports, enjoy it. Gamble. Make sure you get into the college football pick'ems, the pigskin pick'ems. My goal is I think I won college football last week. And I think I keep getting in that top 3 for the pigskin. Adrian, I'm here to whoop your ass this week, and I'm gonna work that ass in our fantasy football league. So don't get mad. And then I don't know, that's about all the announcements I have. I don't really know what else to tell you, man. Try not to get mad at your imaginary friends and other kids. So on that note, appreciate y'all for chopping it up with me. Have a great weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday.